everybody, and welcome back to the Monkey and Biggs Show. I'm Monkey.
I'm Biggs.
Sorry that we did not have an episode last week, everybody. We were a little bit busy because Biggs, what is your big life-changing, big milestone news that is being dropped today on this podcast?
Oh, the reason why we didn't record last week?
That's right.
Oh, I lost my car. I have a bicycle now, so yeah.
Oh, I thought it was that your New Year's resolution was to read all of One Piece, and you've just been grinding away with those volumes that I lent you. You've been what chapter are you on anyway?
I'm currently on chapter 350, I think.
Oh, damn! What did you think of Water 7?
It was wet.
It was so wet, dude. That fucking there's a tsunami,
is my favorite.
Literal tsunami arc. So yeah, pretty wet.
But yeah, I don't think I've said it anywhere on the big social media.
I might have said it on the Patreon Discord server.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, for those that don't know, I am engaged now. And I'm
Biggs, before we start hooping and hollering about maybe, who this person is, I think maybe we should treat it more like a murder mystery, because there are a lot of suspects here with a lot of motives of who Biggs might be engaged to. And I really think we should go through the list and evaluate each person who might be the secret mystery person. What do you think?
Sure. Who's on the list?
Do you remember a simulation we did called the Biggs Chiller?
Oh my! No, it's not Frid, guys.
It's not Frid.
It's not Frid.
Okay, well there goes suspect number one. He was the number one suspect. So now the case is wide open. It could be anybody. Why is it not Frid? I thought he won the Biggs Chiller. He won your heart. What's the deal? You don't want to play lacrosse, and you don't want the wedding ceremony to have now and laters with the wrapper still on them.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember. I had just watched a movie recently, and one of the characters said that they were a huge fan of lacrosse, and I could not stop thinking of that, of you saying it like that, mimicking Frid.
Well, I'm glad that Frid is involuntarily popping into your brain at random times in your life now, thanks to me. I think I won.
Yeah, thanks for that. It makes for good random thought bubbles, I guess.
Okay, suspect number 2, the Honduran monkey that you met on a cruise that was featured in episode 1 of the Monkey and Biggs Show podcast.
Oh man, well, that could be a good competitor for this. You know why? Because
you made sure that human-monkey marriage was legal, just in case you and me had to resort to the if we're both single at 30 pact that we made in high school.
Close.
Oh, damn.
But I was going to say I'm going on another cruise in March.
Whoa! So. Where are you going this time? And should the fans book this same cruise to hang out with Biggs?
No, they shouldn't.
Oh.
This is going to be my honeymoon getaway. So.
Whoa! So if you want to meet Frid, get on this cruise.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be in the dumpster.
Are you going back to Honduras?
Unfortunately, no. Let's see. I'm going to Jamaica, though, so that will be cool.
Jamaican me crazy, Biggs. I can't wait to see these photos.
So we're going to Jamaica, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel, Mexico. So...
Didn't we have a Spanish teacher named Cosima?
Shut up.
Did we not?
It was Cosmo.
Oh, oops. But what about Wanda? Was she involved? Was it like a lesbian setup there?
Oh my god.
Could be. We don't know.
Oh man, didn't you guys used to call her Meteor or something? Like something really mean?
Why would we call her Meteor? Is she shaped like a giant round space rock?
Well, because Cosmo, like the cosmos, and she was a rather large woman.
Fiery, destructive woman. Yeah, I guess. I don't think I ever had her in class.
Yeah, who ended up... it wasn't her that ended up with our favorite teacher. That was the other towering woman.
Well, we have more suspects here of who Biggs is going to marry. Is it the Polish nurse who gave you your first sponge bath? Erotic experience from a young age.
No, that was You're remembering things wrong. It wasn't the nurse. It was my stepdad.
Oh no! Well, the suspect number 4.
The nurse is the one who had to like put something in my butt.
Well, like I said, early sexual experience.
Medication that she had to put up there. It was not great.
And so,
no,
but it's not the nurse, and it's not your stepdad. Just to be clear.
Well, he does have good money, but no.
Wait, so are you just getting married for the money? Is it some sort of baroness?
I mean, I would have said yes if it was him. If it was for the money, but
wouldn't your mom be upset, or are they not together anymore?
Oh, who knows? You
don't know.
She's crazy these days, man.
Oh, God.
The brain injury has gone full throttle, and she is off the rails.
Oh, is it like bad, or funny bad?
I mean, it's not like endangering her safety bad yet.
Is it endangering your safety?
It's just kind of annoying to everyone, basically, but it's like something we have to deal with, get used to, I guess.
Just keep the grandkids away, maybe.
Yeah. She definitely won't be babysitting.
Yeah, not alone.
But, yeah, no.
Okay, well, speaking of, certain relations, suspect number 5, your sexy brother. Could it be?
No, but he will be the best man.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. I'm keeping it in the family like my brother did. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, you see, I've got a lot of really cool friends, and I really don't want to hurt any feelings.
It is a good cop-out. Like, well, sorry, it's my brother, guys. I mean, I would have loved to pick you, and you could say that to each person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I hope that's probably what my brother was thinking as well.
So
yeah, I've completely changed my stance on it, and I think my strategy is, again, just don't get married, and that's the only reason why I'm not going to get married, so I don't have to make that choice.
Yeah, it's definitely not a fun choice, because the whole time I'm like, oh, it'll be fine, it'll be easy, and then it gets to the point where I have to make the choice. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because now you have to trust your brother, like with a ring, and I don't know if he might go to the pawn shop.
Well, it's fine because okay, so it's not really like a throwaway. Like, I am getting a pretty cool ring. I think the one we're getting for me, it's like a wooden inlaid ring into like a metal band, but it's like encased in resin with like I can't even remember. It's like crushed opal or something. It looks really sweet, but
it's got like 5 different elements mixed in somehow. It sounds crazy.
I'll have to like shoot you a picture. Maybe you can flash it on screen or something.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm trying to think of the other suspects. We've gone through every person who has put something inside of your butt and half of your family members. So we're really narrowing down the list. Is it Heartsy? Heartsy's birthday is coming up. He will be 18 around the time of your wedding. It would be perfect.
Oh, man. I should have thought this through better. I mean, it could have been.
Could have been Heartsy.
Yeah, I could have. Hearts. There's a joke there somewhere. I don't know.
Well, every time I look at Discord, Heartsy's like in the general server complaining like about being short. Like, that's the only thing he's ever talking about is heightism and how passionate he is about it. So really, you could have changed his outlook on the world and said, no, you know what? I love a short king. But no, you have to go the more traditional route.
He took the black pill to new heights, so to speak.
To new depths. To new lows.
Oh, poor Heartsy. I love that kid.
Well, you could have loved him forever, but...
Oh, too late.
Did not propose. Well, can you think of any other suspects that were missing out from Bigstery, or...
Oh, man, I'm trying to remember who was even all on that. Wasn't Isabel on there?
My cat, yeah. Yeah. She keeps waking me up at 7 a.m. every morning, so, you can keep her. You can go marry her and have her.
I mean, I get up earlier than that on the daily anyways. So.
Oh, really? Fuck, why are we doing this so late at night? Should have done this while you were on the job.
Yeah, just do it out on the job site. That would have been great.
Yeah, we do want to hear a day in the life of Biggs, for real. Just, record yourself at work and we'll just upload the 12-hour, audio of it.
It would just be like me talking and a bunch of people in the background screaming and yelling at each other while they were working.
Well, Biggs, without doxing your true love, who are you marrying?
I don't even know if she has a name on here.
Well, she doesn't need a name. It's just like, where did you meet this person?
So we originally met at church, at the church I've been going to for quite a while.
How long ago? How long have you known her?
How long have we known each other?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I mean, we've known each other for, about 10 years now, I think.
Dang, okay. Yeah, that's
something like that.
Pretty good trial period for a marriage.
Well, we've only talked as friends for like maybe, let's see, that was trying to think when we actually because we went to the same church, but we didn't talk for a while. So it's probably been, what was that, 2016 or 17, something like that, when we started talking. And then the feelings and that sort of thing started a couple years ago at this point.
Right around the time the Big Schiller came out?
Oh, yeah, I guess that would be right around that time.
It woke up your heart and you realized love was possible again, and you saw your dear friend in a whole new light.
Yeah.
Really, I am to thank for this, another couple brought together by me, so I can't believe I can take the credit, and definitely not anybody else.
We'll give the credit to you.
Good. Make sure you say that at your wedding speech if you're going to give one of those.
Yeah, who knows? Wedding wise, I mean, we're both trying to plan it, but also not very good at planning. So I think.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I think the current plan is we're having the ceremony, and then later on in the summer we're gonna do a reception, so we could actually have time to plan that, but kind of, get the wedding done first, and then go away on our cruise.
Oh, so we're gonna show up to watch the boring part, and then we have to reconvene in the summer for the party part?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I mean, originally
the dress code is t-shirt and shorts, right? Because I mean, you know what I like to wear.
Yeah. But yeah, because originally we were not thinking of doing any reception at all or anything. We were just gonna do the ceremony and kind of run off on the boat. But then people have been oh, well, you should do this, well, you should do that, and I guess one of the recommendations is well, you could still do a reception, just do it later in the summer. And we were kind of well, I guess, it kind of makes sense, I guess. If we want to do something like that, it gives us a lot more time to plan it out.
Yeah, and then you can have 2 anniversaries to remember every year. You can have the formal anniversary and the party anniversary.
Right.
Yeah, that's the way I would do it.
The one where I ruin it all because, MUMKEY's just looking extra cute that night, I guess.
Uh-oh. Wait, is it the party one or the formal one?
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Do you like me in a Hawaiian shirt or in a suit? We'll see which one gets Biggs more titillated. But Biggs, about this your fiance, she was in the room during the filming of Wheel of Cursed Meals 5, and we haven't really had a chance to talk to you about that on the show yet. What were you and perhaps her thoughts on that experience? Just the whole thing, if you can even remember, if you haven't repressed all of those memories yet.
Oh man, I guess it was bittersweet for her. She really thought it was fun to sit and watch, and obviously she was laughing at us in the background, but she's also horrifically disgusted by the noises that we made as we threw up.
But that's a sign that she's meant to be. If she can see and hear you do those things and still love you, that is, that's true love.
Well, the funniest thing is, like, leading up to it, I kept talking about how your throw up sounds like a soap dispenser.
Which is
And,
correct.
like, I was so excited to show her that.
And it did happen in that video, yeah.
Yep, she got to hear it. So it was
Well, she hasn't seen or heard it happen
fulfilled.
in the 4 previous episodes?
No, she...
She's a wheel virgin at the time.
Yeah, yep.
Damn.
So...
But now she's binged the whole series and she wants to show her whole family at the wedding.
Yeah, we're gonna host Wheel 5 at the wedding.
No, wait, I thought that was
Or
Wheel 5.
Or Wheel 6.
Should we do that at the wedding reception? Wheel 6 and like disgusting wedding cake and what else do you serve? I guess my brother had fucking barbecue for some reason. I guess my dad was in charge of that shit. Like famous Dave's.
We're not exactly rich folks, so we'll probably have like hors d'oeuvres or something.
Ritz crackers and maybe
like cheese whiz.
Yeah, American cheese.
No, I mean like the canned cheese. We just have a server walk around with like a handkerchief over his arm, and he's like, "Would you like some cheese whiz?" He just sprays it on, walks away.
I can do that. I don't need to be all like in the wedding. I can just go around in a butler outfit.
Spraying cheese whiz on people's crackers.
Yeah, just spraying it into their mouths and stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
It would be the first wedding, as far as I know, that has had a cheese whiz butler. So you could be a trendsetter. We could put it on TikTok.
True, it would be the big summer 2023 wedding idea.
Yeah, from white boy summer to brown boy summer, you could really take the world by storm. But Biggs, the real question I had was, what was the worst thing you had to eat on the wheel number 5?
The worst thing.
If you can even remember what you ate. Because frankly, I don't. I don't remember what I had to eat. I as soon as the video goes up, it's like flushed out of my brain.
I mean, man, I'm trying to remember everything that there was. Like, I know most people hear the baking chocolate s'mores and they're like, oh, that's not so bad. But it was honestly awful. Like, I think the rest of it, even if it was gross, wasn't as bad as that. Because it, like, immediately dries out your whole mouth. And it's just a super bitter flavor.
Yeah, you do have to choke it down when you can't get that saliva buildup.
Because it's like taking a bite out of, like, chalk. It's not pleasant.
So that's your snack tester recommendation of the day.
Yeah. If you're a health nut, go for it.
Oh, should we serve that at the wedding too? S'mores?
That's the dessert, the baking chocolate and gluten-free s'mores or whatever.
Yeah, just don't tell anybody it's baking chocolate and see if they're going to be polite about it. Like, oh, do you like it? Yeah, we made it ourselves. It's our own s'mores recipe.
Man, I mean, I'm sure we know somebody that can make gluten-free, sugar-free garbage, like a whole list of it.
Oh, Biggs! I just remembered the other big piece of news. I think I should have teased this at the beginning. Maybe I forgot if I did or not. But the incel neighbor. What is the last news that you heard on this show about the incel neighbor that you can remember?
The last news I heard about him on this show was that his mom died and his family was like being jerks to him or something. I don't remember. And yeah, he was just like at the lowest low. Yeah,
that was a pretty bad moment. He was continuing to be scammed as well, so he had no money. And once his mom passed away around Christmas, in April, he was finally evicted and had to move to live with a family member in Louisiana. And basically, like, he lost everything. He's losing his home. Like, his mom has just died, and he has to go live with a family member that he hates. And like, his goodbye to me was like standing at my door, you know, as he always does, giving like a big long speech, rambling nonstop, not letting anybody like interrupt or speak. I'm sure you can relate, Biggs, a little bit. And he's like telling me like, oh yeah, I'm probably just gonna kill myself. Like, he's very blunt about it. Like, he's just at a low and he's ready to go. He has no reason to live. I gave him my phone number and I said, hey, you know, text or call me. We can keep in touch. And I never heard from him again. And I reported to Eggy on an episode of the podcast. I think he might be dead. He said he was going to kill himself, and he never messaged me again. And I thought he was dead. But the big news today, New Year's Day, I get a text from an unknown number wishing me a happy new year. And this is all in caps. Happy New Year. Blah, blah, blah. And he sends text messages the way that he would talk to me, like 3 inches from my face, where, it's literally nonstop paragraphs with no periods. Do you want me to read, just some of this?
Yeah, go for it.
I have literally not even read all of it, because it's like he wrote a whole first chapter of a novel here. Let me know if you're still there, because I just got a message reply, back message saved in draft, and it was a message I sent you. I hope you're still there. Let me know what's been going on with you. It's been the most a year now, in April anyway, 8 months since I left, since April. I missed there a lot. I had the best home ever. I had there too, and I owned it. Now I have nothing. Pretty sad. And my mom's sister just passed away, also in Minnesota. She got the nursing home. Winter health was getting worse, so her daughter put her in nursing home. I bet she'll regret that for the rest of her life, because she's dead at the funeral just a few days ago. Pretty sad. Lost my mother for Christmas for last year, and almost a year to the date lost my mom's old new sibling, her older sister, and they were very close. Now I have nothing close to my mother anymore. My best friend, my dear mother, lost over a year ago, and now I lost her older sister Kathy, and she was very jerk to me too. Now I'm even more lonely, very depressing part of my life now, and what happened to me and all, but I'm persevering. I won't find a girlfriend someday. I want a that's so sad. Just saying. I want a real good dating site right now. There's a lot of girls, seems like me. I just have to join so I can message them and give them my phone number anymore and my email address, and then pick the right one for me and maybe have a girlfriend soon, and that's going to really make me happy. Hope to hear from you soon. And that is one message, and there are about 30 that are just as long as that. But I have replied to him a few times, but I'm not reading all that shit.
So he just sends like a block of 10 messages that are like 20 paragraphs long?
Yeah, I'll wake up and there'll be like 20 new ones that he sent overnight. I'm just not going to bother. But he's alive. That's the update. I thought he was dead. He's alive, and I wished him a happy new year.
Dang. Well, I mean, at least, is it? I don't really know if it's a good update, I guess. I mean,
he clearly has unlimited text messages, so you can't be down too bad.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not paying a quarter per text, or he'd be bankrupt.
Maybe he'll find a girl on one of those sites, and he'll be happy down there.
Should I scroll and see if he's given me any updates on his dating life? Because he's surely he said something. There's a lot of information in here.
Maybe you can just search through the text for like girlfriend, and it'll show you all the results.
I promised you to take you out with my drone and to change my drone, and to charge my drone. I wish I would have done it. Oh, so sad. He has regrets that we never made a video with his drone. That is pretty sad. Yeah, lots of stuff in. I was starting to see the word girlfriend in here a few times.
Maybe it's due to the lack thereof.
Give me inspiration to fall in love with my next girlfriend. I meet the girl that I also be very honest with my feelings about her to make her happy, and then hopefully she'll do the same for me, and we can both be very happy together for 1 second. Have a girl that really loves me. That would make me extremely happy. Biggs, did you write this to me 2 years ago and then it just got to my phone today?
Well, I think we both speculated that he might have been me from the future of an alternate reality.
You lost a lot of weight and height?
Wait, he's that short? I guess
he's like 5. He's heartsy height, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is, not good news for Heartsy. Yeah, no, this might be the blackest pill of them all.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
We kept trying to fill Heartsy with hope that it wasn't his height, but now you
Yikes.
just crushed him.
Oops. What were you gonna say? Something hopeful for our short kings out there?
Yeah, I mean, if us heavier folks can find love, I'm sure you short folks can too.
That's right. That's right. If Biggs can get married and I can get a GF, nobody out there has any excuse. I think that is the moral of really the arc of this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, when we first started the podcast a long time ago, I mean, we were both incels ourselves,
So true.
it really shows how far we've come.
And once we get arrested, we'll really be in cells.
That was
A Biggs tier joke? Or is that below Biggs?
That was a mitochondria joke.
And it's a SIGs tier joke? Like C tier instead of B tier? Biggs and SIGs? And
Yeah.
I don't want to be Diggs tier because then Uncle Zeb's going to be pissed.
Oh boy.
And Figs tier? What am I, Newton?
I like figs. A lot of people give them crap, but I genuinely like figs.
Well, God hates them.
Welcome back.
Biggs, before we jump into the Patreon questions, and we got a shit ton, these people are very, very excited to hear you on the show again. Are there any, you haven't been on the podcast in like over a year. Are there any things you want to talk about that you just haven't been able to talk about?
Man, I guess I'm not sure. There's been a lot of change, but also kind of all the same, if that makes sense. Like, I think they found out a while ago that I started dating somebody, so that paired with the engagement isn't exactly new. Work's been going well, I guess. I've got promoted like 2 more times and a lot more raises, so I mean that's pretty hopeful on that front. Other than that, I guess there's not a whole lot different.
Well, that's good. No news is good news, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've moved, and I'm probably going to be moving again in the next month or so.
To what city?
Probably to like West Des Moines, I think.
Oh, nice.
That's probably where I'm going to end up.
That's where Patchy lives. I smell a hookup in the future.
True.
That's
True.
right. We'll have another LAN party at your house.
Yeah. But, yeah, I guess other than that, the only other updates I could think of is like mom updates, since I made that known to, the fans. These days she's doing better. She's not really having any of the physical issues, I guess, anymore. It's all just mental stuff, She's very forgetful. She could talk to you one day, completely forget about it the next day, and then just get very angry over things. It's been a roller coaster, but she's still trucking. So
Have you tried pushing her down the stairs again?
again,
Was that not part of the lore? I could have sworn that happened.
cat's out of the bag, I guess.
There's a story about like when you like pushed her over, and I think I turned it into you pushed her down the stairs on the show.
No, okay, I remember the story you're talking about. It was like she was going off on
Yeah,
my
she was
brother or
attacking your brother,
something,
and you defended him.
and I like pushed her away, and she like
Fell
I
down the
don't remember.
stairs. Yeah.
yeah, it was right down the stairs, and that's when the head injury happened.
Oh wow, Biggs, you're making this way
And-
darker than I did. Fuck. Damn, I wasn't gonna go there with that one, but I guess it's your mom.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can push her down all the stairs you want. You guys wanna? All right, I guess you guys. I'm doubling you up now for some reason. Do you wanna hear some Patreon questions?
Sure. Yeah, let's hear them. I keep hearing how many there are. We probably should get
That's
started
right.
on them.
And let's see if you recognize any of these great commenters from years past. Heart of 115 wants to know, how did Biggs like the ending of Better Call Saul? Did you even finish it?
I did.
Oh, shit!
Man, it was kind of a ride of sorts, because
Quite a
I
ride, you
was
could
very,
say.
Yeah, I was pretty far behind, and between being shamed for it by you for being so far behind and others.
That doesn't sound like something I would do.
So I tried my best to get caught up before the finale, but I think I was like 2 days short. Ended up watching it a little bit later than it aired, but man, I don't know. Watching all of that in one sitting, I feel like was kind of a cop-out because, you know, a lot of those things had such big cliffhangers and people had to wait like a whole year for it. But for me, it's like, oh man, click next episode. But I don't know. In its own right, I think binging it all like that to the finale was like a crazy experience. And I honestly think I came out of it liking that show more than Breaking Bad.
And that's big coming from you because Breaking Bad, you know, was a big part of your high school years, just like it was for me. But I remember you literally skipped school to watch Breaking Bad. So the fact that you like Better Call Saul better is a huge testament to that show.
Yeah, I skipped like almost a week of school to binge through Breaking Bad to get caught up. And I didn't even need the full week.
You learned the street smarts that week, not the book smarts.
Yeah, I probably spent most of the time playing Skyrim or something, I guess, because it definitely shouldn't have taken a week to catch up.
Playing Skyrim and listening to the Arion druids turn to stone on repeat.
Dude, how do you remember that?
Of course I remember that. How could I forget?
That took up so many hours of my life listening to that song, playing Skyrim, just being horribly depressed.
Oh, no. Yeah, I agree. Better Call Saul, great final season. I really loved the ending myself. We reviewed every episode of the final season. If you guys have not listened to that for some reason, I guess go check that out. But sounds like Biggs, you liked it too then. Thumbs up?
Yeah, definitely thumbs up. I thought the rise and fall of Jimmy was amazing.
Plush
and
wants to know.
It was a very fitting end.
Him being stuck in jail, it is fitting, but it's also so sad. But who knows? With him and Kim's brains, they might be able to get him out early. But Plush wants to know, do you have any crazy new work stories?
Oh, man. Well, I guess this is somewhat anonymous and won't make it back to work. So, a funny update. Recently, I was... So to preface this, the supervisors were supposed to put in names of people they thought were quote unquote safety champions of the workplace, right? Like people who just go the extra mile to stay safe on the job and blah blah blah, all this safety crap, right?
I have to imagine you've won every month.
Well, no, it was a one-time drawing.
Oh,
so I think they drew like 4 names or something like that. I can't remember. But my name ended up getting drawn because I guess my supervisor put my name into the drawing, and out of like 200 employees, I was one of the 4.
And then Dumbledore ran into the room screaming, "Biggs, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?"
Yeah.
That's what happened? Holy shit. I was just joking. That really happened?
I mean, there is a guy at work that kind of looks like Dumbledore.
There better not be. He has like a beard that goes all the way to his knees. That's really old, dude.
Yeah. So anyways, that's like current, but it was kind of funny to a lot of us because personally, I don't really feel like I'm the safest on even like the network side of it. There's quite a few stories that can go against that, actually. Like this one time I was wiring in some batteries. So basically they use these huge batteries as like a backup if the main power goes down. Then the batteries will keep the cell phone sites on air for like, I don't know, like a month before they're drained or something. So anyways, I think I was actually taking it apart because it was like an old setup and we were disassembling it to put in the new stuff. So I'm taking apart the battery cables, and being careful not to arc anything. And everything's disconnected. Nothing's turned on. I take one of the leads and I like go to put it down and it literally starts arcing in my hand. Like my hand lights up. Like I don't know how to describe it. It was so bright. But then like I let go of it and I step back from the spot I was working in, and my whole hand is black. And my first thought is that I just torched my entire hand and it's just gone.
You just can't feel that it's burned to a crisp?
Yeah, because I literally, like, I don't know whether I couldn't feel it or it was just a shock by, like, my hand was numb. And so I go over to my truck and I pull out, I have, like, sanitizer in there. And I coat my hand and I'm just scrubbing furiously and the black is not coming off. So I'm, like, kind of in panic mode, just thinking I cooked my entire hand.
And now you put hand sanitizer on it, so your filth, your precious filth, has been ruined by the what were they called?
I don't remember what I called them.
The purelings.
Oh yeah, the purelings. Oh man. But
time out. Biggs, are you really going to join us for this year's 48-hour film festival?
Yes.
Okay.
I think because it starts on a Friday night, right? At like 6 p.m.
Final weekend in July.
Yeah, I should be able to swing that because I'm usually off work on Fridays by like 5 at the latest usually. So I could probably make it over to the theater or wherever they do the drawing.
Sounds good. I mean, yeah, let's make some real Kino this year. You know, I'm inviting people who actually know what they're doing, so we can focus on the creative, and they can have like nice cameras and good editing and stuff. So I don't have to do everything. I think we might actually make a decent movie. Who knows?
And the good thing is, we actually know enough females this time that if we get film de femme, we don't have to like Craigslist an actor.
Well, no, because Biggs, now we live in 2023. If we get film de femme, we all just pretend that we're trans and we will automatically win. Like, they can't vote against that one.
Dang, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally racist if they don't vote for us.
Yeah, racist. I would agree. Where were we when I said pause? What were you saying?
Oh, so my hand was black and I was trying to clean it. So I eventually found like a cloth or something and started to like get it off, and I managed to like start getting the soot off of my hand and realized that I'd only burnt like the very tip of my thumb. But that's just one of like 3 or 4 stories that are similar. I don't know how it keeps happening because every time it happens, I'm so sure that there's nothing hooked up, nothing's turned on, and yet it happens. So it was just kind of comical, you know, that I would win safety champion from my division.
When you're one of the less safe men out there. Have you seen the movie Fall? I think it's called Fall.
Yeah, that was actually a really good movie. I liked it a lot.
So, like, at the end when she, like, they're trapped on top of, like, a tall tower. So you had, like, the flashing light at the top of a tower burn up in your hand? Is that what you're talking about? Or
no.
What was in your hand?
So, think of, like, a car battery. You know how there's the 2 leads that hook onto the battery that supplies power to the car? It was like a lead like that, like the connector that hooks onto the battery.
It lit up while you were holding it in your bare hand?
Yeah, like when I say it arcs, I mean like electricity was shooting off of the end of the connector in my hand, like Thor's hammer, and I'm like, I'm looking at it stunned because I'm like, where is this power coming from? Everything's turned off, and then I realized, oh yeah, this is like exploding in my hand right now.
Oh my god, that's freaky! You're gonna die one of those days, Biggs. That'd be pretty funny. You should TikTok it.
I have been shocked 3 times in an AC panel now, which is like, if I had gotten shocked on another part of the same panel, I would have died.
Oh my, what are you doing? Put on some rubber gloves. What's going on?
Well, see, here's the thing. Until like a month ago, they didn't supply me with it.
They just sent you off?
Yeah, and I told them multiple times, you know, I don't have the gloves to be working in these panels. And for starters, we're not even supposed to, but they're like, well, the actual electricians, it's not their scope of work to do that specific thing in the panel, so we have to do it. And it's like this whole bureaucratic, stupid process. It's like, whatever. So I would just do it without gloves. And then, you know, I got shocked enough times to where I'm like, I'm not doing it without gloves anymore.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Because it's like one of the times, so there's like these little metal screws in there, and basically when you hook a wire into it, you screw the screw down, and it tightens it in, right? So it stays. So my pinky finger got really close to one. It didn't touch it, but it was close enough to where, like, I don't know if it was static or something, but like arced off of it, and it shocked me from like an inch away. And that was enough of a shock to like numb my arm for a while.
Oh. Yeah, I think electricity might be one of my hidden fears, because just hearing about this stuff is giving me the heebie-jeebies. That's not a joke.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started, I was super scared of it, but now it's like, now that I'm learning. So originally I was doing mostly T-Mobile work. Now I'm doing a lot of Verizon work. And on Verizon, you have to work on a lot of live power panels. So I've just kind of become numb to being afraid of it, because it, like, if you understand the layout of it, you know what you can and can't touch, basically. So it's like, as long as you're just staying conscious of where your hands are, there's like zero chance of being shocked.
So much like how I'm too smart for the alcohol, you're too smart for the fear.
Yeah, I'm too smart for the electricity to get me.
Yeah, I'm too smart to be electrocuted. The electricity in my brain will counter shock it back.
Yeah, if I get shocked, it'll just fill up the energy in my brain to make me smarter, so.
Okay, Biggs, I don't remember the context to this, but Cheese into Shower wants to know, can you fit into that PewDiePie shirt yet?
Not quite. Getting closer, but not quite.
What's the PewDiePie shirt?
So, I can't remember what episode it was in, but at one point I had said that I was going to buy a shirt, and they didn't have any in my size, so I bought one at the max size I could, but with the idea of my goal being to fit in that shirt, if that makes sense.
So your goal is to wear this PewDiePie t-shirt to your wedding day. You want to lose enough weight to pull that off.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a PewDiePie marriage? Maybe he'll show up.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Really? If you think it would be awesome if you had a PewDiePie themed wedding and he showed up? You think that would be awesome? You'd give him a bro fist?
After all these years, I'm still a mega simp for PewDiePie.
You're gonna ruin your wedding with it?
Yes, I would definitely have a PewDiePie wedding.
Biggs,
if and when he would show up.
Biggs, you could say you're gonna pay for a $50,000 One Piece themed wedding for me, and I would say no. I'm not gonna make people go to a One Piece wedding. You can't.
Why
you can't
not?
possibly invite people to a PewDiePie wedding, Biggs.
You're such a coward.
Not a coward. I just have too much respect for my fellow man. My friends and family, I can't put them through this shit.
Well, see, that's your greatest flaw, having self-respect.
I don't know if I said that. It's respect for other people, I think. But so when are you going to fit into this shirt? And will you post a picture on Twitter when you do?
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of been back burner, I guess, for a while. I just kind of...
Your daily motivation when you wake up in the morning is not, okay, I'm so much closer to getting this PewDiePie t-shirt.
Yeah, I mean, this job has kind of ruined a lot of things for my eating habits, because it's mostly showing up to the shop, heading to site, and stopping at whatever gas station is on the way to get breakfast.
What is your go-to gas station?
And then I just don't eat until... like I get home later at night for dinner. So
have you become Quick Star pilled?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
That has been my go-to gas station for a while now.
The fucking fried chicken, it solved all my problems in life, first of all.
No, see, it depends on which one I'm able to go to. It depends on where, like what site is in what location and which Quick Star I can stop at. It's kind of like this system I have.
Why, are some of them bad?
Yeah, some of them are bad. They don't have really any food out that early in the morning, so you have to go to the right ones. But here's the thing. There's a Quick Star on Northeast 14th Street in Des Moines that has mashed potatoes and gravy with shredded chicken in it.
Yeah, we have that one here in Ames.
So good.
Yeah.
Like, they're the only ones that have it that I've ever seen.
You got to come up here and get it.
I don't align with the idea that breakfast has to be certain things. I feel like you can have whatever you want. Like, if people are going to have breakfast pizza for breakfast, I think I'm allowed to have mashed potatoes and gravy with chicken. Like, I don't know.
That sounds like a hearty breakfast to me.
Off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that, I don't know. And then usually the other ones I end up at, they always have your usual like croissants with sausage, egg, and cheese or whatever. But I really like the bagel sandwiches. I'm a huge bagel fan, so.
So is Casey's blown the fuck out? Like, can they even compete with Quick Star now?
The only thing Casey's is good for anymore is filling up the truck with gas so I can use my Upside app to get money back for fuel I don't pay for.
Oh, wow.
Doubling down
money.
by using my Casey's rewards on it as well on fuel I don't pay for. So,
dude, life hack in case you happen to be Biggs and working at Biggs' company. Try that one out.
Yeah, I mean, when they give you a work truck with a fuel card and really no rules on it.
Okay, Mochi wants to know, how many times have you shown Donnie Darko to your fiance?
Oh man, the answer might be saddening to you guys, but I think we've only watched it like 3 or 4 times.
I mean, that's pretty good. A sad answer would be 0. So 4,
True.
That's quite a few times.
Well,
I haven't showed my girlfriend Back to the Future 4 times, so you're doing better than me.
Well, see, the thing is, the last time I was asked this question, the answer was 0, so I had to change it.
Oh, so you lied.
No, you know what I meant.
Oh,
like
so you had to rectify your mistake. You didn't just lie on the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
But from what it seems like, I feel like she likes Donnie Darko. I mean, she was kind of confused the first time, but
who was it?
I'm not sure if she likes the actual movie itself or she thinks it's cute that I like it so much. I'm not really sure.
I mean, part of why I like it is because I think it's cute that you like it so much. Like, back when you used to watch it daily, you know, like, how can I not also become addicted? I'm right there with you.
Like when we'd be watching Wings and you would go to the bathroom and come back and Donnie Darko was playing.
He's like, I guess we're watching this now. Guess it's time for the Biggs cut, which you still have not posted as far as I know.
I posted it once, but it might have been in the Biggs cord that was nuked, and I cannot find the link anymore. So,
Bedhead Bernie, get on it. Lost Media. Somebody,
true.
Somebody drop a video.
It's on a Google Drive somewhere out there.
Yeah. Major D wants to know: does Biggs still have that Star Wars shirt, or did he mail it to the Claymation kid?
So I messaged, oh man, what was his name? Now I feel awful. I can't remember his name. I did ask if he wanted it, and he said absolutely not.
Yeah, I can't blame him.
So it might come as a surprise, but all the Star Wars and Pokemon shirts have been thrown away at this point.
Thrown away?
Yeah, there was enough holes in them to where I had to get rid of them.
You didn't donate them to a homeless shelter as like a blanket?
I could have, but I think it would have taken
be insulting.
too many sewing up of holes in it to fix it.
Heartsy, our dear friend Heartsy, who will not be humiliated when he hears this episode, he wants to know, how's the weather recently?
The weather has been pretty awful, I would say.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Especially since, I'm working out in the elements. There's some times where I get to work on an indoor site, but most of them have been outdoor. And
you work on an indoor site, so like a bunch of trees and little bear creatures walking around. Is that a different planet? What's Endor from Star Wars? Never mind. This joke is about as bad as the whole show, so please continue.
We're going to walk away from that.
Yeah, please.
So yeah, I mean, paired with like 40-mile-an-hour winds and like -10-degree weather. So what's that wind chill? Like -30, -40,
God
something
damn.
like that.
You were working in -40 wind chill?
It wouldn't be the first time. I did it at my last job too.
At Hy-Vee?
No, my last job was the diesel mechanic
Subway
shop.
when you were in high school? They made you work outside?
Yeah.
The sandwiches would freeze.
It's character building activities,
I thought you were a sandwich builder, not a character builder.
No, I was a sandwich artist. It's a very professional job.
What, character building? What, do they have The Sims 3 in the break room?
That would have been awesome, but we didn't have a break room. We just had like a chair in the back next to the trash can.
There was one letter off. You thought it would be a break room, but it was the bread room.
That was a funny joke.
I'm dead serious. That's why you were so sad at that job and had to quit.
No, I quit because you wanted to go to the mall and I had to work
I wanted to go see a movie. And we still don't remember what the movie was. Should I skip a question if it's upsetting, or do you want to hear it?
I mean, I don't care.
Okay, Koeth wants to know, your dick is 1 inch deep in your mom, your dad's dick is 1 inch deep in you. Which way do you move to get out? You volunteered to answer this one.
We probably could have skipped this question.
I gave you the opportunity, and you begged me on hands and knees to hear the question, so...
I guess I would move, was it horizontally away?
I would just start pushing my mom away from me, and then I could slip off my dad. So
next question.
Yeah. Okay, Don V says Big Zynga.
That's true. Big Zynga.
That's true? What do you mean? Are you going to say Big Zynga in the new 48-hour film?
Maybe that's the secret phrase that we have to say. You never know.
Yeah, they might put that in there. I think everybody else would be confused.
I could request it.
Lemon Saki wants to know, have you ever given head to a man?
No.
You've never decapitated somebody and then, delivered the cranium to his brother?
Maybe in a video game, I guess.
You've given head to a man. Viggs, why'd you make me do this sleep deprived? Oh, man.
It's only funnier.
Lavender wants to know, do you support Ye 24? Are you going to vote for Kanye?
Didn't he go missing? Isn't he currently missing right now?
They're probably sick of him putting himself out there, so he might be chilling at home. I don't know.
They put him in celebrity jail.
He might just be banned off of every social media, so he can't really put himself out there.
Oh no, I thought they said he's legit gone, he's not at home, nobody knows where he is.
Oh, I have no clue. That could be true.
I don't know. Maybe it was a false report that I saw.
So what you're saying is you support his campaign for president?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly have not followed politics at all in a very long time.
But you generally agree with what he said on the Alex Jones program?
I don't watch Alex Jones, so I guess I don't know what he said.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. It's pretty standard stuff that any true-blooded American could agree with. I mean...
Well, in that case, I guess I would have to say yes. I'll vote for him in 2024.
Speaking of, Robel wants to know, is January 6th worse than 9/11?
January 6th, was that the White House thing or the Capitol
White House thing? You don't... Wow, what world do you live in? You really don't care about politics. That's crazy.
No, I really don't.
Yeah.
What do they call it? The insurrection or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, the big erection.
I feel like it's not as bad. I actually personally know somebody that was inside the Capitol that day.
Did they get arrested or in trouble?
They had a lawsuit against them and a warrant for their arrest, but I think it was all dropped.
And that was your mom?
I mean, if she had the money to get there, she would have done it.
Really? So. Well, I think... Did we not say that we would have done it too on?
I mean, yeah. If I'm walking around DC and I see a bunch of people storming the Capitol, I probably would have went too. That sounds cool.
But I would mask up so that they can't identify me.
You probably would have been more likely to get shot, but
not too many people got shot, I don't think. But
yeah, I think
important question,
lady, right?
More important than January 6th. Sir Red Edge wants to know, if you could only go to one fast food restaurant for the rest of your life, which one would you choose?
That is quite the question.
Yeah, that's way more important than Jan 6.
So define fast food. Does that mean it can't be sit down? It's got to be drive through?
Yeah. Yeah, Applebee's has Applebee's to go. So that's pretty fast food.
Yeah, and a place like Fazoli's, I feel like is also fast food. Well, it does have a drive-through too, so
Yes,
never mind.
basically like any chain restaurant that you can get your food and leave within like 5 minutes, I think. It would
That's
be
tough.
Jimmy John's for me, but the website where I can buy the $10 gift card for $1 is now not functioning properly, so I have to switch my answer.
Dang.
Yeah, but that fed me for years on end. I think I probably gained 30 pounds off of bread and turkey.
I might have to say Freddy's, I guess.
Oh, okay. I've been getting a lot of Freddy's ads lately. I think they might be expanding in 2023.
Hopefully. Yeah, Freddy's, they got like their burgers. They also have they have like their coney dogs and stuff and ice cream. So I feel like they have enough variety that I wouldn't get tired of it.
I might have to just go with Wendy's just because I think it's the fast food I've eaten the most other than Jimmy John's in the last 3 years. But honestly, I haven't even had fast food in a long time. I kind of have given up on it. I'm kind of getting sick of it, to be honest. So
Whoa, you're actually cooking these days?
no. No, I'm eating extremely unhealthy food at home, but at least I'm just not going out for fast food all the time.
You mean you're not using the Burger King app for those deals every day?
I think it's because of the Quick Star, because they just have so much food there that I love. And like, why would I ever go to Wendy's when I can get a 2-piece dark fried chicken for $3? Like, it's just so fucking delicious.
But I feel like you could count Quick Star as fast food too. Like
I count it as gas station food, and I'm not ashamed to say I eat gas station food for dinner, maybe 2 or 3 nights a week.
That's fair. I mean, Quick Star is like a different league of the rest of them. So
yeah. I tried their meatloaf. It was pretty good. Like, I'm not really a big meatloaf guy, but I'll take it. Quick Star, I've tried almost every food they have, and they don't usually disappoint.
I gotta say, the one thing I have tried there that wasn't the best was their breakfast pizza. For me, it tastes exactly like the high school breakfast pizza. Did you ever try that?
Yeah, I used to really like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought there was like a very strange taste to it, and I couldn't quite figure out what it was. But the Quick Star breakfast pizza is like the exact same, so you might
it's
like
no
it.
Casey's pizza, you're saying?
No,
Because Casey's breakfast pizza is pretty good when it's all wet and covered in gravy. When it's like dry and you can tell it's been under the fucking heat lamp for 3 hours and the eggs are all crusty, it's pretty bad.
Now here's a question: did you ever try the beer cheese breakfast pizza?
No, I did not. Was that especially good?
Phenomenal. It's their best one. I think it's a permanent add to their menu now because it was such a big hit.
Just at every Casey's now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'll have to call ahead and see if they can make one for me. Make sure that they have it.
Yeah, because it's like bacon, sausage, and like the veggie pizza all in one, but then it's got a beer cheese sauce on it, and it is so good.
Starting the day off with some beer? That's how I like to do it. That's how I should do it.
The other good one that they have that they added to their permanent menu is the brisket barbecue pizza.
Well, yeah, I have not tried that one either.
Yeah, so it's got like brisket, onions, jalapenos, and something else, and then it's covered in or like drizzled with ranch on top. It's really good.
So if you live in the Midwest and you want this delicious pizza, you know where to go, folks. I love reviewing like regional stuff that like most people listening can never ever in their whole life access. So yeah, it is the best pizza you'll ever have in your whole life. Make sure you take a bite. Bionicle Forever wants to know, is getting girls at church the move for getting hoes? I would imagine there's not too many hoes at church.
Yeah. Maybe at Catholic churches, I guess, not at the one I go to.
That reminds me, in high school, I did have to. Was it high school or middle school? I had to go to my Catholic girlfriend's confirmation. So yeah, you're not wrong about those Catholic girls.
Yeah.
Juju wants to know, is Biggs happy?
Yes.
Oh wow. Wow.
Extremely for like, I mean, I guess I said this before, but for the first time in my life.
Yeah, basically every other episode of this podcast, the answer would have been no. So yeah, what a real character arc.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't feel real sometimes.
Notorious Pig wants to know, as a fellow person of size, how do I obtain GF?
A person of what size?
Just a person of size. I think that's their way of just saying, I'm a big guy for you.
Honestly, don't even take your size into consideration.
Yeah, Heartsy.
Just talk to them like you would any of your friends, and you know, if they like you for who you are, that's what worked for me.
Biggs, have you been playing any new games lately? Confish wants to know.
Absolutely not. Honestly,
whoa!
my recent
Biggs isn't a
grind-
gamer anymore?
So lately, I've been playing basically nothing but Minecraft.
Did you know that got me into trouble on our channel, Biggs?
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, Minecraft Let's Play got a fucking hate speech strike, and I don't know why, so I'm just gonna blame you.
Probably. I mean, it was probably that racist frog that keeps coming through.
It could be. You had some things to say about a certain gentleman named Dan that might have been offensive.
True. But I also started another playthrough of Skyrim recently, so if that tells you how it's going with new games.
And I still have not played Skyrim, so maybe I should, maybe now's the time.
I think I even gave you a copy of it and you still haven't played it.
And that is true. That is true.
I gave this man an entire PS4 Pro and he hasn't played really any of the games on it that I gave him.
I took the plastic wrap off of my copy of the Spider-Man PS4 game, and then I just didn't even open it. So the first game I ever got for PS4, I finally took the wrapping off of. So I'm taking steps forward to playing through my game collection. Do all Bigs go to heaven? These are quality questions. They've had years to prepare to think, what do I want to know from Biggs? And Veg wants to know, do all Bigs go to heaven?
I believe so, yeah. They got to.
We've got over an hour, Biggs, so I'm not going to keep you all night. We're almost out of questions anyway, so I'll find one more good one, and then we can say goodbye to all these lovely people. Let's see. What's the best? Another person wants to know about the Better Call Saul finale, but I've already covered that one. Okay, here's the final question, Biggs. You ready?
Oh boy.
Sane wants to know, why do crying women turn me on?
Well, you know, I think I might have actually had this conversation with somebody recently. And
with who?
I think it's what did we conclude on it?
What, you were making your fiance cry, and you're like, by the way, this is really turning me on.
Man,
I've been
I can't
there.
remember the consensus that we came to. It was like
that it's not good, or that it is good. You don't remember which way you landed?
No. It's the reason why.
Oh,
and I think it comes from a point of having like, you know, a position of power, and they're like, geez, I can't remember the way we worded it.
I think the real answer is if they're wearing, I guess, that one eyeliner and it's like dripping down their face in a line with black. It's kind of cute.
You mean like that that one meme of the dark-haired girl saying like please or something? I don't remember exactly what the context is. And then it's like the Chad face saying no or something.
Probably.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, Biggs, that brings us to the end. And if you thought that question sucked, I picked it over 4 other ones. So truly quality work again in the Discord. If you want to join, go to patreon.com/mumkey. You can join up and ask us questions. Biggs, you made it back on the show. Now we're wrapping up. Are there any final thoughts you want to put out into the world?
This is my final message. Save the world.
And everybody is invited to Biggs' wedding. I will post a the information, like the address and the time. As soon as I get that, I'll probably just photocopy the invitation and post it on my Twitter, so stay tuned. And we're going to have Ritz crackers and Cheese Whiz.
True. And you better be wearing a butler outfit.
Yeah. And see you there, folks.
See ya.